Hello, my friends. Brandon with Fold Up Games. This is a Thursday devlog for the space game I'm working on, working title Moondog. Being a Thursday update, not a ton of stuff has happened between Tuesday and now. I might actually change my dev updates to only be once a week, so I don't try to stretch something into more than it is. I have been working on the maintenance bay system, and I don't. I'm not happy with me right now. Personally, I'm not happy with me. So I went round and round and round a bunch of different ideas, different designs, different concepts of how to do the maintenance bay, and then I started messing around with artwork for it. I don't know. It's all right. The sockets are all right. I don't like these. I kind of like the fact that the plug items pops out like that and looks kind of neat, but I don't like the look of the plug, the jack itself. I don't know. It doesn't look like anything usable. But I did get this cool little curvature drawing in there, which is okay. It kind of vanishes on the... Anyway, I'm moderately happy with it. I was messing around with making this more glossy kind of thing, and you can see these Nixie tube is what it's called. If you've ever looked that up, it's called a Nixie tube. I kind of like it, but I think I screwed up because what I've done is that I've really started leaning too much into the 3D world and leaning on my software here. And what I mean to do in the software is to be able to use it to create 2D assets from a 3D environment. And I think what I'm doing is to allow myself a little bit too much space to say, hey, it's a 3D software and I can make it look 3D and it'll be all cool. Because originally I had these looking like vacuum tubes. That was pretty cool. I actually really liked it because you can see it's whoop hoo. There it goes. I'm going crazy. It's entirely possible for you to get this cool 3D kind of a look in the whole thing, and it's pretty slick. With all the distortion and refraction and all that jazz going on. But to quote Jeff Goldblum, just because you can do it doesn't mean you should. So I think that's where I got into going, why the heck am I doing this and making it look that way? It doesn't fit with the rest of the look and feel the way it should. And then I start banging my head and yelling at myself and going, I don't know. So I'm going to rework this again and again and again, but I've been messing with art. But hey, I'll take a second and show you what I do over here to make my life easier as far as exporting art using Blender, which I love. It allows me to, I should put that back to whatever I had. There we go. Using Blender, it allows me to set up animation keyframes, so I can go frame 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then when I run an export on the whole thing, I get all of the files that I need for the maintenance bay icons, at least all the ones that would fit within this sizing, and they're all exported all at once, and I can just import whatever I wanted to. So that's pretty darn cool, actually, and it's set to be 96 by 96. So the neat thing is, if I ever came back in here again and said I want to change the whole thing and upgrade it to 128 by 128, all I have to do is change a couple numbers, and the whole thing, if I export it, it'll just have the exact same settings. And because I used animation keyframes, I just hit render the animation, and we're all happy. So anyway, making my life easy, messing with art, 2 steps forward, 3 steps back kind of a thing, little progress, little not progress. I think I want to jump on here and give maybe a roadmap about what I've got in my head about what needs to happen in order to get the game to a playable state across the finish line kind of a thing. The word done is probably not the right word. It's like art. What was the saying? It's never finished. It's just abandoned. So eventually I have to call it and say, this is what I want. But I do have in my mind all the stuff that needs to happen in order for the game to be finished and playable. And it really involves the thing I'm procrastinating on, which would be the cities that you've heard me talk about way too much. Because the cities are going to be the cornerstone of making the rest of it work. I've got the solar systems working. I've got the navigation screens working, that GUI interface working. I have got I have got the map screen working for being able to go from place to place. I have got marketplaces functioning right now to be able to do the buying and selling. So yeah. I actually have a lot going on, a lot to recommend that, there's progress happening here, but I still need to get the cities and being able to enter those markets. I've got an idea to set up the like bars, taverns to go into, and shops to be able to buy stuff, citizens walking around and engaging with them, ship upgrades. There's a lot for me to do. So anyway, that's enough for right now. There's just a ton to do, and I've made some progress, but I'm probably breaking my own rule, which is to stop fiddling with art when I don't have core functionality done. Get core functionality, make the game work, make the game playable, even if it looks like garbage. Just get it flipping done. I guess I don't want to, even if it's just placeholder art, I don't want to get it set up in a way that's not scalable. Ideally, I would have even a city to where it's like, okay, this would be temporary art, so all I have to do is go back and update the art, and the whole thing will just magically, fix itself and look great. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I would hate to have to go through 30 cities and just rebuild them all tediously. But maybe I'll do something along those lines and just build out 30 cities, and even if the city is just a background and a door to a market, the game would be playable at that point, wouldn't it? Because I gotta put together the entire back-end economy of the whole thing to say who sells what, and there's a whole trade ratio between different planets, and to figure out if you can make a profit, and where the fun happens in the game, exploring the city, encountering people, getting shot at out on the street, all kinds of stuff could happen. But anyway, that's where we're at right now. I hope you've enjoyed this little update, me just kind of a brain dump about what I'm working on and where the game is going. And if you're interested in the progress of the game, this is as open and transparent as I can possibly be about the update and the current status of the whole thing. But I really appreciate you watching this, and I'd appreciate a comment if you have anything to say, add, or remove. Nope, add, only add, and comments down below, and I will do my very best to answer you. If you pop back over, you'll see that I have answered you as often as I possibly can. Thank you so much. I hope you have a really nice day.